And I know Junior did really good against sparring against Ugas. Do you think Ugas?
Listen, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody in the world could beat my son. Like I told everybody, the only way you could beat him, because I know my son is asthmatic. You know, and the only way somebody could beat my son is if he's not healthy. You don't think Kambosos was listening to him breathing hard? Come on, bro. That motivated that dude, bro. That dude's fake. He's a fake dude, bro. You know, my son was wheezing. I was trying to stop the fight. Third, fourth round, I said, yo, you want me to stop the fight? Because he was wheezing, bro. He was like, he couldn't breathe. He had a hole in his chest and throat. That's the past, man. I don't want to talk about that no more. You know what I'm saying?
I
want to take over the 140.
Wondering, is he mentally okay after this loss?
No, he's 100% good because he knows what happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like we lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? That was a split decision fight. You know, I really believe they just wanted to shut me up. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of hate in boxing. You know, I don't know what the other two referees were looking at. You know what I'm saying? But you got to beat the champ to be the champ. You know, and my son hurt that boy. You know, that was a flash knockdown that my son had. And it was because of the same shit. You know, after the first minute, he was doing amazing. We was working the great plan, and then, Bob, he falls. You know, gets up right away. You know, you have to give him, you got to give him something, bro, because he's the world champion. He got 4 belts. You can't just give out those 4 belts to somebody. You got to earn that shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't dominate my son in the sense that he won convincingly. You know what I'm saying? He's the world champion. You know, so now we're with Top Rank. Everything's good. You know, I'm happy. Bob said nothing changes, everything stays the same. You know, he didn't lose none of his sponsors. And we just got to make a big comeback this year and show the whole world why he was always been the best, you know what I'm saying? And become undisputed back to back.
Bring the takeover back?
We're going to bring it back, you know what I'm saying? At 140, he's going to feel amazing, you know? You know, he told me, you know, like when he was going to fight in June, you know, when Floyd came and started saying that he was going to fight in June, and the same day that he was going to fight, you know, we was ready, you know. And he told me, he even started crying because he told me, Dad, we trained so hard, like we was ready, you know. And he felt 100% good that night, you know. And then they canceled the fight, and they kept on canceling, and they kept on canceling, you know. And then you keep on training, and then they keep on canceling, you know. That fucks with your head, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm not going to make no excuses. I'm just going to let everybody know. I don't want to talk about that no more. You know, it's a new era now at 140, and everybody's going to see why he's the best. And you know what? The best thing about my son is that he does so good because he could carry that punch to 154, 147. You know what I'm saying? And not a lot of people could do that at 135. You know, but for us, it's going to be easier, you know. Because, you know, we spar with world champions. I mean, since he was 13, he was fighting, you know, big dudes, 140, 147, 154 pounders. You know, since he was 13, 14, 15, you know, world champions.
Like Ugas.
So, yeah, you know, like Ugas, like Sean Porter, like all these great fighters. And he would do really good. Why? Because of his speed. And then he could carry a punch, you know. And that's why I tell everybody, longevity is better than you winning one fight and then nobody's gonna remember you because then you're gonna keep on losing. You know, look what happened to Berchelt. You know, he was getting caught with that right hand every time. He would throw that jab, he would catch it with that over right hand. You know, and I even told their corners, yo, he's timing that jab. He's timing that jab. You know, tell him to double up. Don't throw one jab, to throw double jabs so you get him off. You know, so you can get him off his footwork. You know, off balance, so he doesn't throw that over right hand on him. You know, Berchelt had a lot of heart, man. I mean, this was a great fight. You know, everybody got their money's worth.
Him from himself, right? Because he's not going to quit.
Of course not. You know what I'm saying? And Berchelt is just an amazing fighter, and he'll be back, man. He'll be back. You know, I think he needs more footwork. He needs a lot of footwork. You know, concentrate more on footwork, and him. And him not throwing those, you know, give him a little bit more feints, you know. So, you know, instead of throwing the jab all the time, you know, because that guy was just timing that jab. You know what I'm saying? Feint that jab, pull back, come back with the right hand, you know, because he's coming in, you know, shit like that, you know. So it's like, to me, what Berchelt needs is, because he's a strong fighter and he could take a punch, but what he needs is boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I wish him the best. I hope he's okay. And, you know, he'll be back. He'll be back stronger, you know?
Thank you, Senior. Just good to catch up with you, man, and always wishing the best to you and your son, man.
Yeah, man, don't miss it, man. 140-pound weight division, man, is going to be ours. You know, we will start in June, beginning of June. I think it's going to, you know, to be more precise, it's probably going to be in the beginning of June, the first week of June or something like that. You know, we want him to be 100%. You know, he's been fighting hurt since the Loma fight. You know, I mean, he had that injury before the Loma fight. You know, the elbow injury and the wrist injury, he had it before the Loma fight. We didn't get surgery or anything like that because we was gonna fight Kambosos, you know, right away with Thriller, you know, and you know, $6 million and all this shit, and we went for that, and you know, I think it was a bad decision. I think we should have just left the belts right after Loma and got him healthy, and you know, for him to come back. But that's the past, and I'm just telling everybody, man. You know, he will be world champion again at 140, and you know, and maybe 2 more fights after that, and he'll be undisputed at 140. Something that nobody has ever done, you know, back to back.
Thank you, Tio.
You got it,
Thank you, brother. Good to see you,
You
man.
already know the takeover, Teofimo Lopez Sr. right here, baby, all day.